I'd say they're relevant but very different. They lost their role to nominate candidates in any realistic way really back in the 50s as television was moving to the fore, and then lost it completely after the party rules were changed. They've evolved into an opportunity for each party to present itself, its candidate, and its narrative for the campaign to the broadest possible audience. And for that reason alone, it retains a useful function.
It's also the only time when the party as a whole actually gets together. So members of a party from different parts of the country, from different wings of the party, are actually in the same place, interacting in a variety of ways, and having conversations. It's also an opportunity for parties to energize themselves and, as the saying goes, gird their loins for battle.
Bill, I think that's absolutely right. There's so much other business that's being done at a National Party convention than the message of the candidacy of the presidential nominee being presented to the country. There are a lot of folks that do other business, other political party business, and for that reason it's as important as well.
This year, when it appears that such a high percentage of the electorate has already locked in on its choices, the ability of each political party to gin up its level of enthusiasm for its candidate, its platform, and its prospects, and mobilize the highest possible share of the people who are disposed to be for that party is going to be critical, and conventions have a very important role to play in helping to determine that level of energy.
I think that's right, and it's not just what's happening inside the convention hall. Both of the parties try to set up events around the country that are linked with the convention, and strategies are developed for individual party activists to return to their states and localities to carry on a real grassroots campaign.
There's one more piece of it that I think is worth underscoring. It's traditional to dismiss party platforms. I think that's a mistake. Parties come together finally at their convention to adopt a platform, and that is the result of a long process where different ideas, different parts of the party somehow have to come together, or where some piece of the party, the dominant piece, imposes its will on the rest of the party. And sometimes there are unscripted events, for example, as occurred at the Democratic Convention over the issues of, the linked issues, I would say, of God and Jerusalem in the platform.
I think you're right. Platforms are both an indicator of what's happening to the political parties, but frankly also a claim on victorious parties, because there is some evidence that much of what makes its way into a platform eventually finds its way into the policy process, and a good deal of that enacted into law.
And in that respect, platforms have a lot in common with what the candidates themselves actually say during the campaigns.